Mr. Check, please. Why? Why do you, like, you don't learn your lesson ever? You never learn your lesson, sir. You let your chat hype you up. It's always been your problem. You reading them comments, knowing you're lying, but you be forgetting it's recording. Don't learn, ever. I tell a story. I'm gonna lie on you, brother. So when you respond, respond with the truth. Do not just make up the story as you go. I'm gonna catch it all. That becomes your problem every time. Come on, Mr. Check, please. Come on. Why do we have to keep going? Just take the compliment. Just take it. God damn, why can't you just say, yeah, I took the 5 shots. I was trying to get all brosy and product on it, and I was about to take flights. You just could have said that. I was about to knock both of them out. But I didn't want to. Just boom, right there. Case closed. Case closed, that's it. Nope, you have to come up with a story, pretend I'm not there, then talk about a whole bunch of fluff and stuff and this, I need to call this person, to he don't remember this and that. Like, come on, dog. Had to call, Carcino, can you help me? Distract them. Gameplay. Go to lava. Come on, man. Your YouTube attack is kind of like my Madden game, right? Everybody know the play. Everybody know what I'm doing. I got 2-3 plays. That's it. That's it. I got no other plays. You saying, got no other plays. And that's what makes it funny. Like, I know y'all like, oh, you got to call his daddy. No, that's not what happened. When you did this and put my name, my daddy said, why are you going up there? This is 10 minutes before I hit the link. You already know he's going to bring up Carcino to distract. And you did exactly what my daddy said. That is crazy. He even know, God damn. But look, you did not fail though. You did not fail in giving me exactly what I wanted. Just a whole bunch of distraction, information, contradictions. Like I don't even know how your chat even buy this shit anymore. Called, oh, he sleep. I don't know who, you know what I mean? If I hit your panel, bro, you already know I'm telling the truth. If I hit your panel, I'm telling the truth. I'm not hitting your panel on no bullshit ever. But never. I'm not gonna hit you on. That's why you gotta have somebody come help you lie. If you telling the truth, you don't need somebody to come up there. I was trying to figure out, y'all. Listen, y'all. I was trying to figure out what part was I lying on? I was trying to figure out where was the lie. How can you, like, you throwing out he's lying? I'm trying to figure out what part. I might have it though. I might have the part that I'm lying on. And I think if I correct this one part, you will put me back in the club with you. How y'all doing though? How y'all doing? I suggest, Kwame, after this, you just shut the fuck up. You don't need to review it. You don't need to review it because the review is the review, right? You're just gonna make yourself look stupid. Just do exactly what you did before when I really nailed you, pop, 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 right? You just pretend it didn't happen and just throw out a narrative. LeBron paying him. I should go to use that, right? Yeah, LeBron paying me. Just use that. This seems to work for you, right? You're on, was it Clutch Sports paycheck? Yeah, just do that. That seems to work, right? You don't need no facts for that. You just say it, your fans believe it. Now, let's go, Mr. Gonna be your new name around YouTube. Mr. Check, please. Not gonna wiggle out of this one. No. Mr. Check, please. Now let's. This 54. This 54. They don't sell this no more. Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Oh, I got all the videos lined up for you today, sure. Right? And I appreciate the little prayer. I appreciate the little prayer you gave a brother. But yeah, we're going to go through it. We're going to go through this today. And here you say, amen. I'm pretty sure you don't want to pray no more.
But this story is quite hilarious that you told. So can you jog my memory on this story?
You said I'm lying. Which part am I lying about?
I don't remember the story that you're talking about. So can you jog my memory on it?
You don't remember this? Okay, so you don't remember the story. That's where we're going to start. You don't remember the story. I need to jog your memory. Okay, that's where we're going to start. You don't remember this story whatsoever. October 24th, 2004, we were in Chicago and we met up. That's when you know you should have fucked up when I already had the date. You should have known. When I had the date, I told you the date, the exact date. That's when you should have known to just let this one go. At the club, MJ was going to be at. Mm-hmm. And we're at the bar chilling.
So MJ and Oak are not on the team, correct?
No, sir. 2004.
Okay, and this is the same night that Brendan got chased out?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I definitely remember the night that Brendan got chased out. I just don't remember you being there.
Oh, you don't remember me? Oh, okay. Yeah. So me and you were on the second floor drinking when MJ came in with the loud voice. You know, we don't want to be disrespectful, with a loud voice. And you seen him, and he got
Crazy Family Law in Texas Part 2. Hi.
I don't know if you got a little agitated, but you ordered 5 shots. I don't know if you ordered 5 because you just wanted 5. I don't know if it was 3 for me, 2 for you. I don't know if it was because you got drafted and your number was 5. I don't know why. Like somebody's like, how did you come up with that number? The same way you come up with 3 or 2 or 4 or whatever. You just nigga just shut it out, right? And then he seen you drinking them and he said, "Oak downstairs."
Oak downstairs. Okay, so this is where I'm confused at, because at first you said that MJ was over there at the bar and then I ordered.
So he's confused because I said MJ was over at the bar. I said MJ was over at the bar. I said MJ was over at the bar. I'm pretty sure I said me and you are at the bar. Me and you at the bar. MJ comes up, right? So
5 shots, because what I remember is the club was set.
Now you remember. See, you didn't remember shit. I had to jog your memory, but I haven't said shit yet that should jog your memory, but now you remember details. Cool.
No, like I remember being in a section that's like up on a little level when you buy a table, and there's like 2 flights of stairs, and then there's a bar across the area. And MJ and Oak were standing at the bar. Okay. So I went to go to the bar to talk to the old heads. I remember having 2 shots.
So you put MJ at the bar, not me. You put MJ at the bar. Me and you was at the bar, not MJ. You're putting MJ at the bar. Because if you put MJ at the bar, then MJ can't walk up to us at the bar. So you, in your version, have MJ and Oak at the bar. Okay.
With Oak and MJ. And after that same night that they chased Brendan out, me, Oak, and MJ went to the club.
Okay. So we're at the bar club. And then after, all 3 went to a club by yourselves. Okay. All right. I'm pretty sure you can't prove it, but okay. After we all had fun at this club, you left this club at 2, 3 in the morning to go to another club. Okay. All right.
I don't know how I almost got beat up when I was drinking with Oak and MJ.
Who said you almost got beat up? That's so.
What does it say? I'm confused. Because why didn't you tell the story that Brendan Haywood ran and Oak threw a water bottle that sounded like a shotgun? So
that happened when we was leaving the club. That's right after.
Oh, okay.
So you do remember? So you was there. MJ was. I'm trying to figure out.
I mean, the only person I don't remember is you. I told this same story already.
No. And the fact that you told the same story is 100% false. You've never told the story about the beginning where we were all in the club. Obviously, you're not going to tell this part of the story because this part of the story has you in it. The part you tell is obviously the Brendan Haywood part, because that's making him look bad and you get to laugh at him. So that's the only part you told, is the Brendan Haywood leaving the club part, just so we all understand it. Oh, you told the story that has to do with Brendan and Oakley, and Oakley throwing the bottle at Brendan, and him and Jared, and they skedaddled up in the cab and got the fuck on out of it. Uh-huh. And then the problem with this story is you remember everything, but you don't remember Jeffries being with Brendan this whole time. That's what, I didn't want to throw you onto that, but this whole time, you never mentioned Jared Jeffries being with us the whole time. Oh shit, both. Like, I mean, I know that's a small detail, but that's still a major detail. When you're making up your story, you should know by now that when you think Brendan, you always think Jared, because Jared's going to be with him 24/7, because Jared has a relationship with Michael Jordan, and that's why we were at the club, to meet Michael Jordan, them there. Or you want to pretend that we just happen to be in Chicago and show up at the same random club or bar as Michael fucking Jordan. Okay. Huh? Yeah, the beginning part where we were at the bar.
We weren't at no bar. We were sitting at a table. I was sitting at a table. I was never at a bar. I was sitting at a table that's up 2 flights of steps. The way the club was in Chicago, So listen, the club, I'm trying to explain. There's sections that you go up the little 2 to 4 stairs.
Yeah, I remember he started off this and said, I need to jog his memory. And I don't have no, I didn't say nothing about how the club looked, but this motherfucker about to tell you details on how the club looks though.
That's in the section. The bar was downstairs and across the way. And I saw MJ and Oak standing at the bar. They were at the bar. I went to the bar and had 2 shots with MJ and Oak. But to get out of the club, you had to go down the whole nother flight of stairs. That's where Brendan got into it.
Now, I want y'all to understand what I've said. My story is me and him are at the bar. MJ comes in. Obviously, he's coming in from downstairs because we're at the bar. He's coming in from downstairs when he sees us. Right? Now, if he takes us from the bar and puts MJ and Oak already at the bar, then MJ can't come and say, hey, hold him.
So me and Oak was at the club drinking right after that. So I don't understand why would I need to hit MJ.
The only part is we're confused with what is considered upstairs and downstairs, and was I there next to you when MJ walked up?
No, I don't remember you being there at all. I don't.
I don't know how you don't remember. I don't know how you don't remember me. I mean, I know how you don't remember me because I'm telling the story what makes you look a little bad in your mind. So obviously, if you can discredit me from being there, it gives you validation. I get that part, but I get it. But the problem is, Kwame, when you tell a story, because you're making it up, you have to lie the whole time. That's the problem with what you do. When you're removing me from the story, that means now you have to make it up in real time. As you go.
I just think what you're doing is you're mixing in lies with the truth like you normally do.
So you remember being there. You remember Oak being downstairs because he ran Brendan out of the club. You were there drinking. Okay. You removed me and you removed MJ saying Oak downstairs.
I don't know why would he have to say Oak downstairs when I was at the bar with MJ and Oak. MJ don't sit at sections. He stand up. So why would we?
See, this is the problem with them stupid motherfuckers in his chat. Because he said MJ don't be at the sections and all this, that's actually facts. How's that a fact? You prove that. MJ don't sit at sections, he sit at the bar. How do you prove that? That is, you can't prove that. Actually, anything you said in here, you did not actually prove. You can't prove it.
If we was at the bar, we would have been at the bar with MJ and Oak. They were at the bar. Do you got Oak number? Just call him.
So where's Brendan?
I still got Oak number because Oak has never had a problem with me.
So Oak has never had a problem with him. Has never had a problem with Kwame. Just so we all hear it again.
We was at the bar. We would have been at the bar with MJ and Oak. They were at the bar. Do you got Oak number? Just call him.
So where's Brendan?
I still got Oak number because Oak has never had a problem with me at all.
All right. I didn't say Oak. Okay, did you listen to the story? When did I say you and Oak talk?
We and Oak did talk.
Who said you and Oak had a problem? He didn't say Oak is downstairs and then Oak came up and then there was this big commotion. He just said, he told you Oak was down. I don't even know why this is an issue because nothing happened. You didn't get
I'm laughing at it. I don't even know why this even came up, but
that there was this problem between you and Oak. It was just something MJ said at the moment when we left Oak and Brendan. That happened. There was that happened to you. It was just he mentioned Oak downstairs. So if you try to get drunk and do something to me, Oak is downstairs. That's what the reference was.
So why would Oak be? How could Oak defend MJ if Oak is downstairs? If anybody seen the way MJ and Oak roll, MJ would never be at a bar while Oak is downstairs. They was always around each other.
Right, that's his facts to discredit that. MJ, they never alone. They never alone. They always together. So MJ would never be at the bar by himself. So you're telling me MJ couldn't walk up the stairs by himself. So he had to be right next to Oak the whole time. So if MJ came in the club, he couldn't be a couple steps in front of Oakley. Right? MJ comes in the club, Oakley's coming. Oakley's probably talking to some people. MJ comes upstairs, sees us at the bar, makes this little comment. I don't know how hard that far-fetched that part is. We're at the bar, then MJ is walking up and he sees us and he makes his comment, and then Oak is still coming up the stairs. Simple. But don't worry, you're gonna make it more difficult.
So what I'm saying is the way that club was set up, the upstairs part that you're confused on is like 2 steps in the section area. And then down those 2 little steps and over to the right a little bit is the bar.
So this nigga got an elephant memory. Now he remembers parts of this club now. No one said the name of the club. He knows there's a little section. How do you remember exactly everything that happened? If you're at this club, you went to another club, like you remember now details of the club itself. VIP section. Now, I want to ask you, sir, you're at the VIP, don't you need to pay for it? Gotta have a couple bottles, huh? Gotta have maybe a couple bottles. You gotta order some bottles of beer in that VIP section. Pay for it. Huh? Who paid for it? You? I know Brendan is not paying for a section at the bar. I mean, in the VIP section. We know Steve Blake, if he was there, is not paying. So, sir, you gotta pay and have to have Hennessy bottles there, which means you don't need them at the bar, or someone else who was making the most money on the team had to be there. Order a section if there's a section now. Think about it. Think about how you want to play that one, right? We know Steve Blake ain't buying a section. We know Brendan ain't buying no section. So now it has to be between me and you, sir. Think on that one. You got some time.
And that's where they were. They were standing at the bar. They're not going to get no section.
So Kwame Brown. So MJ and Oak didn't get a section. Kwame Brown and whoever got a section because he's in a section now, right? He's in a section. MJ and Oak is at the bar. Okay.
The story. You keep saying I remember. It sounds like you just remember the story I told about Brendan. And when I went over there and took the shots, you added my name to it, and I don't got nothing to do with that. I've never ran from another man. You don't have to whip my ass. I'm not that guy.
Who said you ran?
You said that I got nervous and I tried to get drunk, and then I got nervous because that's Oak. And I'm saying whether it be Oak or whether it be whoever, if a man had a problem with me,
I want y'all to listen to what he's saying. Exactly. Who said you ran?
You said that I got nervous and I tried to get drunk, and then I got nervous because that's Oak. And I'm saying whether it be Oak or whether it be whoever, if a man had a problem with me and it was just one man, I've never ran from one man.
Boom. Okay, y'all. I think this is the part where Kwame Brown says I'm lying on him. I think I'm lying about how he felt. I think because he felt, he don't run from no man at the age of 22. He don't run from no Oakley at the age of 22. So I'm lying saying he got scared. I perceived as scared, but he, from his version, wasn't scared. So I'm lying that he was scared. He wasn't scared. Now, can you please, I'm saying it, Kwame, you wasn't scared, boy. You took them shots and you was like, bring it on. Now, can you put me back in the story? I don't know why you trying to Thanos me out this bitch, but you're not scared. You took your shots and you was ready to go. So now, can you put me back in the story? I'm sorry that I lied on you about being scared. Everything else fits. The only problem we're having is you being scared of when MJ said Oak is downstairs. See, the Oak downstairs part is making you look like a little hoe, and I don't think you want to look like a little hoe to your people here. So you have to check. You had to change the whole fucking story because check, please. The only reason you said check, please, because we was ready to go. Got it. Let's go. See, this is the problem. You keep using stuff that has nothing. Who said you had a problem with Oak?
So tell me how the story went. I'll go on mute.
Like if your baby mama's outside, like your baby mama's outside, don't mean you guys are going to interact. Don't mean you guys. I'm just warning you, she's outside. You're trying to pretend that there's this problem that you guys had. No, it was just a reference he made.
Depending on which baby mama it is, we probably gonna leave together.
So basically, I made up a story that you're 95% saying the exact same thing. Remember, this story, you got to think about the story. He's talked about Brendan Haywood's story. He's never talked about inside the club. Now, how can I know the details of inside the club if I wasn't there? So now he's explaining inside the club. And then the only thing that's different is now there's upstairs, there's downstairs, there's stairs, there's a bar, the people are there. The only thing that's changing is MJ saying Oak is downstairs. That's our only difference, y'all. That's the only thing that's different.
No, what I'm saying is it sounds like you're piggybacking off of a story that I already told on YouTube. If you want me to go find it, yeah. I told the story on YouTube already with Brendan Haywood. I said Brendan Haywood ran out of the club. You even said it. You said, I forgot this first part. And there was no first part. Why would I have a reason to be mad at MJ? He paid me. My 5th year, he paid me was great.
So there's no reason he's mad at MJ. So all this crying about how MJ treated him, he was lying about it then. Because he said he would have no problem with MJ because MJ paid him. What the fuck does that mean? So you're telling us for the last 3 years, we had to hear you moan and groan about how they treated you as a rookie, and you was lying? You're willing to throw all that MJ crybaby, he did this to me, you would rather throw all that away for a 10-second verbal in a club. You're telling me you're willing to throw away 3 years. Because if you never had a problem with MJ because he paid you, that means all the crying you did goes out of the window. So because that means for the last 3 years, it's all cap because you don't have a problem with MJ.
Chevy trucks are as dependable as the Chevy people in driving. They don't need permission to get.
Hear this shit.
8.1 million.
Who said you were mad at MJ? Why you keep using it?
Because why would I get 5 shots in order to beat up
8.1 million? Nigga, he paid you 4 years, which you made 12 million. This nigga stupid. Okay, why are you lying about that? Damn, he paid you more than that because he paid you as a wizard, right? That counts. That's your rookie contract. Then he paid you $1 million to come back for the Hornets. They got $14 million. Don't cheat that man. Don't cheat him like that. He paid you more than that.
MJ, I would have to be upset with him, man.
Talking shit?
Huh?
Talking shit?
So was I really saying I'm gonna beat him up, or was I just talking shit?
Oh, you took 2 shots then, huh?
I'm saying, why would MJ call you rookie anyway?
How many shots did you take?
I don't know. You said I took 5.
And you said you took 2. So
I took 2 shots with them at the bar.
Yes, you taking the shots that I said you took shots. Jordan's there. Oakley's there.
But you didn't walk to the bar with me, so that's cap.
There's a downstairs. I didn't walk to you at the bar because I was at the bar with you. What was all there?
I remember Brendan Haywood because he was running. I remember Steve Blake was there, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But Brendan Haywood.
I think Steve Blake was there. So he just threw in a whole white man. He just threw in a whole white man. I wanted to say something, but go ahead, because I think Steve Blake was there. So, okay.
It was sprinting like a motherfucker. So the thing I remember most about the story is how hard that water bottle hit that back window and shot like a shotgun.
The problem is he only remembers this part. He remembers the Brendan Haywood part, which...
So it's ironic that you had him to call, the guy who was running like a bitch. I don't know why you called him.
So you remember everything about the whole situation, but him saying, Oak is downstairs, which...
You're saying it in a way like I remembered it based on you telling the story. I've already told this story, so it's not me remembering it. It's me saying that your part of the story, you're adding in off of my story.
But I can give you the exact date.
Let me see if I still got Oakley number.
I'll give you the exact date. October 24th, 2005. We played the very next day, October 25th, 2004. It was preseason, dog. So I can remember every detail about it. You can remember every detail, but the problem where MJ just said Oak's downstairs. You see how, like, I don't know why they even, like, when I gave the, now you got to think about what happens when the person that he has highlighted here comes in. They bring in footage from the next day that I said exactly what happened. So that means my dates were very accurate. That should have been a telltale sign. Abort this mission. I'm giving you the dates because I know you don't remember it. Because Kwame Brown, if you actually remembered the story, and wouldn't just be talking about Oak at the club. You would be talking more about what happened in the game. Because what happened with Brendan Haywood, the guy you don't like. See, you will be talking about that way more, but you don't even remember that. I'm pretty sure when you do breakdowns, you're going to do breakdowns bragging on how Brendan Haywood ran around so much. And if you remembered that part of the story, you would have been saying this the whole time. He picked on somebody, then he ran to back. That would have been your headline, but you didn't remember that. And when you were trying to do some get back and you found the footage and you tried to use that against me, when in reality, you just prove that I know what the fuck I'm talking about. That is hard to believe.
Hey, you just left the big three, correct? Like, why don't you have Oak number when you was just like a coach in the big?
Now, this is a very important message right here. Gil looks to be confused. He wasn't there. Cap, I am there. And you can tell his story makes no sense. MJ at the bar by himself without Oak. Never. The fuck would you know what MJ and Oak did at the bar in 2004? But I want to hold that note because he's reading it, he's gonna recite it. And then they're going to miss a little detail.
Big three.
What is Oak going to tell you? He's going to tell you that MJ said Oak is downstairs?
Oak would be able to tell you that the club that I'm talking about, there was no Oak was downstairs. They both were downstairs at the bar together. Upstairs, everybody who's been in the club know that the sections in some clubs are up a little flight of steps and on like a stage area away from other people, away from the bar. I literally walked down like 2 or 3 steps, walked over to saw MJ and Oak and took a shot with them. They saw Brendan as soon as, just 2 shots.
Like, I don't know if y'all know how in tune I am. He said I went over there and took a shot and I'm correcting nigga, you already said 2 shots, right? So now you got to go back to 2. Don't go back to 1 shot. It's 2 shots now, nigga.
He wasn't over there. I didn't see you. As soon as Oak saw Brendan, he said, you little bitch motherfucker. Because of it didn't have nothing to do with no Kirk Heinrich. It was because of this Jamal McGlure and PJ Brown situation where Brendan ran to the bench. Ask Brendan. And probably what set Oak off is that he saw this motherfucker try to buck up at a guy who's 6'2", but did not buck up at.
Now, I'm pretty sure by now we actually kind of got the gist of it. The Oakley situation happened on the 24th, on a Sunday. The Kirk Heinrich situation happened on a Monday. Sunday comes before Monday. So that means the conversation that Oak is having and why he's mad wouldn't be because of what happened on Monday and he's bucking up against a 6'2" guy. So Oak, in his words, Oak is mad at Brendan because he's bucking up against a 6'2" guy and didn't help him in the fight against PJ Brown. Let's hear it again. So we get the gist of what he's saying. Why Oak was mad.
Because of it didn't have nothing to do with no Kirk Heinrich. It was because of this Jamal McGlure and PJ Brown situation where Brendan ran to the bench. Ask Brendan. And probably what set Oak off is that he saw this motherfucker try to buck up at a guy who's 6'2", but did not buck up at PJ Brown when he slammed Oak.
So what set Oakley off, in his own words, what set Oakley off is that when he seen Brendan, he was like, oh shit, you bucked up at a 6'2" guy and you didn't help me fight. The next day. You stupid ass. How he's bucking, how is he telling him and it's triggering him that he bucked up against a 6'2" guy? The event hasn't even happened yet.
Get tax expertise without hidden fees. Switch to a TurboTax expert for $150. All tax situations, all returns, $150, all in, no surprises. Now this is taxes.
Our technicians have earned the trust of their customers. They're often called upon for a second opinion.
Tough call.
Motherfucker. He Dr. Strange in this bitch. He take a time stone. This motherfucker fast forwarding. He's fast forwarding. What is that bitch ass nigga gonna do tomorrow? Oh shit, okay, rewind and go back to the club and then be mad at him. Like, oh, I seen you. Yeah, yes, tomorrow you gonna buck up against a 6'2" nigga and you didn't buck up against me. Hell yeah. I got a problem. You says Brendan Haywood is soft to right? Now, it's hard to believe, sir. Hard to believe that Oakley was in the middle of a tussle, right? And then look, Brendan, you running on me. What? Okay, all right, we'll get to that later. In the middle of a tussle, and then that nigga's walking off the court, right? Okay, okay.
what that was about. You don't know what that situation was about. It was about Gilbert, Brendan running.
Hold on. So before you confuse, see, I think the problem is you confuse yourself sometimes. So what Brendan and Oprah was going off of was about PJ Brown?
Yes, what I think happened, this is my theory. Yes.
This is my theory. How can it be your theory? How it can't be your theory, sir? If you just said, Oakley said, you can buck up against a 6'2" guy, and you didn't help me on PJ Brown. So it can't be theory. Gotta be a fact. Because you heard him.
So I can't be wrong. My theory is Oak never got a chance to get at Brendan for not helping in the PJ Brown fight. Brendan went over to the bench.
Boom! You stupid. I wanna hear it again. Let's hear it again.
This is my theory. Yes.
This is his theory, but he heard it. Fuck that. Let's hear it again.
So I can't be wrong. My theory is Oak never got a chance to get at Brendan for not helping in the PJ Brown fight. Brendan went.
I'm about to time stone this bitch. Let me rewind it back. So we all heard it, right? We heard it. That Oak.
But I think happened. This is my theory. Yeah, so I can't be wrong. My theory is Oak never got a chance to get at Brendan for not helping in the PJ Brown fight.
Okay. Let me do this. Let me say, I'm very researched. Oakley did not ever get any get back with Brendan. So this is the first time that Oakley is seeing Brendan Haywood since he didn't help him in that fucking preseason game. You're telling me that a preseason game in 2002, October 17th, he didn't see Brendan Haywood no more? Shut the fuck up. What the fuck is wrong with you? October 17th, 2002, while Brendan was on the bench, he wasn't even in the game. On the bench. Didn't get no get back. They played, and as a matter of fact, you played him October 19th. You played him again. So that means Brendan didn't show up, or Oakley? Huh? Is this what you're saying? You said he never seen him again. That means when they got to the locker room, he didn't go check Brendan after the end of that game. And then he had 6 more motherfucking months seeing him in practice, the bus, the hotel, and the game, and he never addressed this. Shut up. What the fuck are you talking about?